Maganda, gabie, inyo lahut. Kumusta, everybody? This is Scott Expat in the Philippines. How are we going tonight? My apologies again, guys. I had to take last night's video down and delete it for certain reasons. I wasn't too happy about it when I saw it this morning. So my apologies. I know, but it wasn't good, and my fault. Yes, my fault. I should have either let it go and apologise this morning instead, due to power outage or whatever, like we have in the Philippines with brownouts. But no, I let it go the whole day. I was amazed at the amount of views I got. Thank you very much. But unfortunately, from what for so what happened? I was not happy, so I decided to delete it, guys. So I'm sorry. Thank you for, as I said, for the views. It's very much appreciated, but unfortunately, it had to go down due to uncertain circumstances beyond my control. And for my wife's sake, she wasn't happy, and neither was I. So, with me letting it run as long as I did, so my fullest apologies, guys. Okay, so we'll just get on to that. I hope you can all forgive me. It's one of those things I didn't realise. I thought I could power on through the video, but no. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more because I'll get myself in some more hot water. This is playing up due to, I think, too much prodding and pulling yesterday, and the other tooth behind it is not good either. So it's going to have to come out some line down the track, probably sooner than later. But these things, when you don't, probably again my fault, because sometimes I just take it for granted that they're there. And I have been a bit abusive with my teeth lately. My old choppers ain't what they used to be. And as I'm getting older, and I'm only 54, and it's just one of those things, guys. I should have looked after my teeth a lot better when I was younger. Should have brushed, should have flossed, should have done this. When I was a young kid, I had tonsillitis, and I lost most of the teeth when I was a baby, and I was put on antibiotics. And when you're on antibiotics, your second teeth when you're around about, I think it was 10, probably going back five. The antibiotics discoloration when you get your second teeth come out a greeny colour. So it doesn't matter how many times you brush them, they still look that greeny tinge to them, like glow in the dark type teeth, But well, I wish I could see my teeth at night when I'm asleep. With the light that goes on them during the course of the day, they probably glow at night. when I don't look at them. But no, it's all right. But no, she's a bit sore, and I think with the dentist pulling and prodding yesterday doesn't help. I've been putting Sensodyne, which is good stuff, guys. Good stuff. It numbs the tooth and sort of puts your tooth at bay with holes. Doesn't ache as much. I'll probably put some more on before I go to bed. But life's good, and we must enjoy life and keep plodding along. This situation we're in now can't last for too long. We're actually, as I said on my video today, we're slowly coming out of lockdown. Today over at Westfield at Airport West, not so much traffic. There's people around, but it's not as busy what it used to be on a Saturday. We got down there, I think, a little after, what was it? A little after 11, and there wasn't many there, but it builds up, and then after around about 2 o'clock, it sort of peters out. 2-3 o'clock, it peters out. People start to go home from shopping and stuff like that, and they've still got the distance going on at Kmart. They've actually put barriers up, and they're putting their barricade line, as you would call it, to make people stay within line, and those who are in Kmart, when they walk out, you can walk in. So that's good. That's good. That's a good idea. And even when you're going to because they've revamped. They've revamped Kmart. They've done a lot of new how can I put it? Renovations. That's it. That's solid. Renovations. And it's made a lot of progress and a lot of new things, areas. Gardening used to have a big auto section and a big garden section. Not so much now. They've dropped that. I think the need for it is not there due to Bunnings and Home Hardware and Mitre 10 here, which is another one, which is only up the road from Nidri. In Nidri, it's not far from Airport West Shopping Centre. So Mitre 10, which is, I think it's still what used to be called, I think it still is called that, Johnson and Riley, who my father used to ride push bikes with. So they're in building supplies, nails, hammers, screwdrivers, drills, gumboots, toolboxes, metal, all that supply, and gardening. They're into that, and plants as well now. So, it's sort of taken a bit off Kmart now. So, and because they're so close to Kmart, it's made a difference. So therefore, Kmart has dropped a bit in that side of things to redo. If you wanted to go and get something from Kmart in that way, you would find that it's hasn't got as many items as it used to have. It's still got auto. there. But see, down the road, you've got Repco, which is an auto spare parts place. And Repco sell everything known to man in the auto industry. So that also has taken a little bit off Kmart. So Kmart's basically just got that little bit in the way of gardening and auto. And for your pups and dogs and animals and cats, beds and stuff, it's there, and they've got what you need. But you're basically home items inside the house, decoration stuff, for the women, what the women like, these sort of things with desks and wall units, like you get at IKEA. Kmart have got them, so you can put them up yourself. Also, they got the photo side of things. They dropped a little bit in audio at the moment, but that's expected. What else have they got? They got toys. Toys are the big thing down there. Bikes, kids' toys. What we got, CJ, the Thomas Tank rail station set. So Kmart's doing well in that thing, but when you look at it, Target's got the same sort of stuff, but then that Target haven't got the garden supply. But Kmart's got the a little bit of audio, not much, like your DVDs and CDs and movies. What else? They've got your homewares and stuff like that. So, it's interesting to look at when you go there. So you sort of got basically Target and Kmart fighting each other over what they've got. Kmart, I'm not sure. I think that might be an American company. Correct me if I'm wrong. Give me a up if I'm right. Give me a down if I'm wrong. I don't mind. Either way, I'll turn it up and it becomes right. So there's no problems there, guys. The shopping centre's pretty big. They've got hairdressers, they've got clothing, they've got travel agents there, which reminds me, we've got to change our travel agent. We might be going back to the one in Moreland Road. We might be going to Philippine Airlines travel agency. We'll have to have a look at that. We're going to check that out. Hopefully before everything gets back with international travel again, because let me tell you, I think it's going to be a big rush to get tickets to go back home for other people, especially back in the Philippines. We'll probably have a big rush on international travel going back and forth, but I think you'll find also with international travel, it could change a bit. Just while this is going on, I'm not going to mention the name because I'm over it. But, I think a lot of people are over it, to be honest. I think we all are a bit sick of it. I think we've been, apart from today, we did go out, we did do a bit of shopping, pick up some milk, pick up some bread for the house, pick up some tea bags for Mum and myself. So, when you look at it, itchy, sorry. When you, I always apologise, guys, if I do something I shouldn't be doing. So I do apologise. Okay. So with international travel, I think we're going to find it's going to be a lot different from here till at least this thing goes away. I'm going to call it a thing. So I think we will find travel overseas. They're slowly opening domestic at the moment. I did hear today that planes are going. Plane was going into Hong Kong, into the Philippines from Hong Kong. Question mark. I'm not sure whether that's right or not. I hope I can be verified by the person who said it. But it it's one of those things. Hong Kong, I don't think was affected as much, but I think uh, other travel areas, travel destinations. I think Australia will be probably okay. I think Filipinos, all the Filipinos and all the Filipinos here in Australia will be okay. Going back home, and I think me, Arlene, will be okay going back home. If Arlene was going home first and I was going over after, I think that might be a big question mark. Okay. So if you're going back home, go together. Um, it will probably make a lot more sense. But if you can't go together for some uncertain known reason, you might find it just that little bit hard getting back to the Philippines. I think they, I think they might be putting. I think there might be tougher restrictions. I think there might be tougher things. So you sort of need to get checked out before you go. So I don't have high blood pressure, but when I'm in the Philippines, my blood is higher than normal. I don't know. I think that might be the heat, getting used to the heat, like I did back in 2010 when I went over. The heat was a bit monotonous. So, it's hard to fathom. When I'm in that, it's like I can be okay, I can be good as gold here, but as soon as I get out the plane there, my body warms up more. So if I get a test on my head and it's over that, I can say, well, look, I do my temperature rises because I've just got off the plane and air conditioning and stuff like that. So you can sort of get away with that a little bit. But you will be checked out, I think, at your international terminal first before you fly out. So I think they will. I think they'll still have the here in my eye, snowy. I think they'll have the tester and they'll test your temperature, but I just think it's going to be just a little bit harder for foreigners heading back. But if you're heading back with your wife, it might be a lot easier. So you basically really need to get I'll put it this way. If you're going back home to the Philippines, and this is for foreigners, and you're going back with your wife, go and see your GP first. Get checked out, get your needles before you know you're going over, your flu injections and stuff like that. Get your blood tested, just get everything checked out before you go. So, you've got that peace of mind and there's no stress. And make sure you get a note from your doctor to say that you're okay to fly. So, they're the main things I think you need to check out when you're flying. And also do that before you go and buy your tickets. Make sure that you're checked out and everything's okay, It'll help you out in the long run, trust me. So, I just think basically it's just going to be a little bit harder. I think it's going to be more hard for American foreigners heading over to the Philippines. I think it's going to be a little bit more harder because they have been a little bit, let me say, arrogant in the way they're locked down and they're self quarantine. They've been a bit. They don't want to be locked down. Well, neither do we here. But we've had to do it. Well, we had to wash our hands. We had to clean. We had to, make sure we're healthy and all that. And it's not hard, guys. It's easy. I've, we've done it. We've been like nearly. This is nearly our 8 week of self quarantine. Excuse me. So basically, it's it has been hard. It's been hard on all of us, but we have to do it. We have to try and beat this beast, and beat this thing because washing hands and keeping ourselves uh, self quarantined or self isolated or social distancing, it's working. It works. It does work. And there's going to be a little bit more of it due to kids are going back to school. You don't know which kids are, but God, 'cause apparently they were saying kids are carriers, but are they really? Maybe you don't know. So we just have to be a little bit more cautious and just what they call throw caution to the wind, so to speak, and just take it easy and get over the fact that we've just got to try and put it out of our mind, but have it still there, but just got to be a bit more careful with our hygiene and what we do. Um, so that's basically the main thing, you've just got to keep your hygiene up and keep yourself, keep social distance, until this all blows over. It'll blow over. And remember, this thing, as I keep saying, ain't going away for a long time. It's going to be with us. It'll rear its ugly head again. And, those that didn't get it will get it. And those that did get it will probably not get it again. So let's just hope it. No one gets it and everyone's okay. So that's all I'm going to say on that. But, as far as going over from America to the Philippines, I think you guys in America will be under stringent testing, health wise and everything like that before you can fly. I think you will be checked out at the airport. So just be careful and just look after yourselves, guys, because we love you down here in Australia, and we want to see you over there, and we want to see you have a holiday. Our Prime Minister said if you're going to Asia, don't come back. Like, who the hell are you? This is my country. This is where I live. I'm going to come back. But I'll make sure that I'll be self quarantined for 4 weeks before I go back out into Sunbury again when I do fly over. So, just be a lot more careful when I'm over there too as well, especially health. Health is a big thing in the Philippines. If you're not healthy, mate, sorry guys, don't get a ticket, don't fly over because your health is so important to yourself. And the hot weather, look, it gets up to 40 in the water bag, and the temperature gets up real high. And I've been over there. I've lived over there a year through the hot summer months, and it gets up to above 42, 43, even 44. It's been up that high. And when Arlene was living in just behind Little Mikado near the airport there in Mukton, we were living in the old area, and I'm in bed asleep. I got the air conditioner, the fan going, and I was in dreamland, perfect. Next minute, okay, I'm thinking, still sound asleep, mind you, but I could feel the perspiration coming up on my hands. That's what woke me up. The perspiration coming back, the sweat coming up through my hand, through my body. So I turned the air conditioners off. We had a brownout until about, I went to bed at 8 o'clock, had the brownout around about 10. I was sound asleep by then. By 11 o'clock, the brownout came. It woke me up. And do you think I could get back to sleep? The brownout went till 2 o'clock in the morning. Power came back on. Then I would just get myself all dried, because it woke me up. I'll get myself all dried up and get all cleaned up. And I'll go back to bed. Okay, the fan's running, but I didn't have it on me. I had it away from me this time. That's how I ended up with bronchitis in the Philippines. Coming out of a shower, not thinking, walking in front of the fan and drying off in front of the fan. That's how I got bronchitis. I also got diarrhea because I had anooks, and I had the hot and spicy, and I had hot and spicy chips that you get from Save More. Not good the next day. I ended up in hospital that time too. I was in hospital 3 times in the Philippines. The third time was sugar diabetes. I had some sticky rice, which I love. I went out with Dad because I had a bowl of sticky rice in the morning. Went out with Dad, had a beer. When I came back with Lady, my good friend, and we just sat there and had a drink and enjoyed ourselves and, talked and discussed what goes on in the country, what's like in Australia and what's it like in the Philippines, and, where he was. He was in Saudi Arabia, OFW, just come back for Christmas. So, we had a good time. Mind you, I only had 1 beer. Then Uncle Dunai, our uncle, came, and I had another beer and another lot of sticky rice. And then I had some Absolute water, which was the water company. I'm not blaming them. It's not their fault. It's my fault. My sugar level went up to 12 point something. So I ended up in hospital. And that was in May. And Mum's birthday was in May. And I was not popular. It's not fun to laugh at, but no, I wasn't popular. So I spent 4 days in hospital. Then I was released the Saturday before Mum's birthday. And I had to stay off all the alcohol and sticky rice and whatever we had. Could only have fish and rice and a few other little things, vegetables and stuff, chop suey. I had to stay away from the birthday cake. Oh my God. Oh. But, guys, you have to watch yourself when you go into the Philippines. Health wise, whether you've got high blood pressure. I'm going to tell you the truth. If you've got high blood pressure, don't go to the Philippines. Because the weather over there gets up to 43, 44 sometimes. And if you have a brownout, your blood pressure will go up. Whether you have an argument with someone in the family or, whether you're doing something, whatever causes your blood pressure. Sometimes I have a little bit of high blood pressure because I get a little bit, CJ might not be doing what I want him to do. And he's only 3-year-old baby, Sometimes it gives you the shit, to be honest. But, you look at it this way, guys. Life is beautiful. You just got to treat it with respect. And life in the Philippines is beautiful. And you got to treat it with respect, guys. If you're going to the Philippines, go over for a holiday first. Enjoy. Have fun. Go to the beaches. Go island hopping. And, you'll love it. But as I said, going back to health-wise, if you got heart, like my friend Colin used to have before he passed away, he had a heart problem. He had issues with his health towards the end before he passed away. He had cancer, he had lymphoma, and he wasn't good. And I had said to him, go back and see Marissa. Go back and see your wife. Go over and be with your wife, Marissa, because she needs you, and you need to be with each other. She came when she found out how bad he was. She came back here, and we went up to his place, and we spent time with him before he passed away, which is good of us. And you do that for your friends, and you do that for your loved ones. So you go and visit them, you go and enjoy and be with them, and the last everlasting memories of what they would remember before they pass away is a good thing, But as I say, if you're going to the Philippines, go over for a holiday first, guys. And enjoy, But make sure your health is right first before you go. Don't just say, I'm getting on the plane, I'm going over to the Philippines. I went and saw my doctor. I had an examination before I went over. Well, good, I got checked out. I hope this goes away soon because it's annoying me. But, the best thing to do is make sure you are fit and healthy. Do the right things. Do what your doctor tells you to do, and you got no stress, okay? And go over for a holiday first. If you're going over to meet your first love, or your second love, or your girlfriend you met online, go over, visit, even if it's just for a month. Go over and visit her. Stay with the parents. Stay with the family. And enjoy the family life. Their family life is what we used to have. You know that? When we really look at it, their family life is what we used to have, guys, years ago. Those that have got good families, and that I'm not saying anyone's got no good family. I'm just saying what we used to have back in the 60s, 70s was, go away we go for a picnic, say up to Hanging Rock, or say somewhere in the Philippines, or in America, Grand Canyon, whatever, California. You know where I'm coming from. Example. Dad and Mum used to pack us in the car. We go for a family day out. We like family. We used to go up to Chichura for family reunions. Boy, I miss those old days. We don't see much of our cousins now. Dad's side of the family we don't really have much to do with, but Mum's side of the family we used to have a lot to do with, And I think Dad was a bit with his side of the family, which is understandable. But I won't go there. That's personal and family matters. But we used to be packed up in the car, go and have a picnic somewhere and sit by a lovely river, and the kids play ball and soccer on the field and stuff, etc., and barbecue and stuff like that. We used to do a lot of that. We don't do it so much. You know why? Because we're work orientated now. Work's taken over. Gotta make money because the cost of living is going up. So, therefore, your life changes. But in the Philippines, it is like that 24/7, 7 days a week. And you'll enjoy it. You'll have fun. You go out with your family, have fun, have a few beers with cousins and kick back, and they get to know you, you get to know them. Just treat them with respect like you treat animals, and have fun. When I mean treat them with respect, I mean treat them lovely, decent, kind, and treat them how you would like to be treated, because that's the key to life, and that's the key to family, and that's what things are about. Now, I went over, I met Harley. Well, she could have seen me and taken off, but no, she didn't. She was decent. And you know what helped the most? This thing, what I'm on now. I'd be sitting here talking to, in our old house in Eskill, I'd be sitting here talking to her and she'd be talking to me. Every time she got a chance, come home from work, we would talk to each other. Not for long, but we'd talk with each other. And it was good, we got to know each other. Then I went over there in July and met her and stayed with the family. And that was good. That was great. I enjoyed it, There was one little incident. Arlene wanted to go and see a flat for me, because I think she was a bit thing with me being home with kids, wasn't good for me or whatever. She has her reasons. It's fair enough. No stress. So we went and looked. Flats, units, there, just up the road. Hello, Ronaldin Siluan. ¿Cómo está? Maganda gabie sa inyo lahut. How are you? And I am trying to get my I'm trying to figure out how to do what do you call it, StreamYard on this, to where it goes up the top here. I haven't done that. I am fine, Ronaldin. How are you? I was just talking about how I met Arlene and talking about health and what we do as foreigners, what we should do before we fly over to meet Salamat Paul. What we should do before, have a check out before we go over. Our first ever time in the Philippines. What we should do, whether we've got heart problems or stuff like that. I'm not going to go back over it again, guys. But, they're out there. I will do. They're out watching Arlene's trying to get CJ down again for a sleep. I did a live last night and I had to scrap it this morning, Ronaldin. So, yeah, well, I'll just get where I was. We went to look, Arlene and I, she wanted me to go and have a look at the flat, because we were living in Mum and Dad's place in the old area, in down the little Mercado there at the back of the airport, and she was a bit thingo whether I would, because of the hot weather and stuff like that. And the other place had air conditioner, and she said she'd come and stay with me there while we were staying. And actually, back then, I didn't have that sort of money to stay in a unit. So I said to her the next day, we come back from, she woke up and we were getting ready to go for a walk. She was getting ready to go to work, and I was going to walk up, and because I used to walk up with her to the bus, to the jeepney or the multi-cab, and we'd go down to where she worked at Tayuden. And then I'd jump off and make sure she got in there, and then I'd come back here. I'd go for a walk around Mipsa and have a look, and then come back. Anyway, well, this morning she had said to me, "Han," and I said, "Yes, sweetie." And she said, "Do you want to go look for a house again?" I said, "No." Or unit. I said, "No." I said, "What we will do is I'm going to stay here with your mum and dad." And I said, I don't mind it. I'm actually quite happy, which I was. I was quite happy there. In mum and dad's old place. This was before we brought where we are now, Ronaldin. So, she got all teary-eyed on me, and I said, "No, I don't want to go and buy a flat, and I don't want to stay there. I want to stay here with you and mum and dad and the kids." And because I enjoyed being with them, I loved it. It was great. The kids were only little, and they weren't in my way. I used to take Joey and Rai and April down to their preschool. No, she sat there with CJ out in the stun room, just near the kitchen. I think she is. She's not down there. She's out there with CJ. She's trying to calm him down a bit because he's been a bit excited, and he's actually been a bit itchy, which I think, I'm not sure whether it's from the wheat bix or whether it's from he's having too much sugar. But no, she's home. She's home. She could be on her phone, which was, I think, in the bathroom. So I know there's not many people on tonight. There's 4 up top there. Wish they'd come down inside because it's too cold out there for them. Now there's 3. One's gone. But it pays. See, I enjoyed living with Arlene in the old area back home, and I had fun. And that I was only there for a month. Then when I came back here to work, she was a bit worried that I was working because we were living in East Keilor then. And I used to get the bus up to Essendon Station and get the train from Essendon Station into Flinders Street and then get the tram up to Paran. And I wouldn't get up there until 8 o'clock in the morning, start my work, and then at the end of the day, I was getting home here just after 6 o'clock. So when I came back here in July of 2010, I was there for a month and then decided to leave. So I left John Boy Honda in Paran and when looking for another job. In between looking for another job, I was paying my way to head back over to Arlene in November. And I ended up staying there a whole year. I renewed my visa in March at Cebu Immigration and stayed there for the whole year. Can you excuse me, Ronaldin? I've got to go to see back in a minute, okay? Oops. shoes. They're falling off my feet. Back in back again. Sorry. Yeah. So that was that. And, I enjoyed being over there. I love it in the Philippines. I hate it here. I just hate it. I'm sorry, guys. I love the Philippines more. I love the hot weather. I enjoy it being over there. It's just great. Yeah, I don't treat it like a holiday. I treat it like I'm here, everyday life. And I think that goes down to as being a bit of a help when you're in the Philippines. You sort of forget the heat. You don't treat it as your a holiday. When you've been over the first time, yes. If you've been there for a month and you're meeting a new girl, stay there for a holiday. Go and see the sights. Go um, on the pump boats and go island hopping and enjoy. Because the Philippines have a lot to offer, and it's grass. It's beautiful. It's lovely. And you can say hello to Steve and Jack for me, Ronaldine, too, please. From me and Arlene and CJ. Oh, excuse me. But, yeah, I treat the Philippines as if I'm here in Australia, as an everyday home. I don't treat it like a holiday. I did when I first went over there, and that was good, and it made life easier. So when we went back over, when I went back over there in November 26th, I think it was, of 2010, I treated that as my home. And that's how I treated it. I treated it as it was my home, and it's the only way to do it. And um, I enjoyed being there. Yeah, it's great fun. And if you do it that way, guys, you can't go wrong. Okay. It's the best way to treat when you're going over there. When you're moving over to the Philippines permanently, you still treat it as if you're living in America or in Australia. You treat it as if it's your home. And that way you can't go wrong. Don't treat it as a holiday. Treat it, when you go over there, treat it as your home, okay? Because it makes it a hell of a lot easier for you while you're there. And, especially when you're retired, still treat it as home, guys. And it really does make it a lot easier. And there's plenty to do. Start up your own YouTube channel and vlog where you're staying with your girlfriend or your wife to be, because it makes life a lot easier. There's plenty of places some of these travel vlogs haven't been to. Even if you're like saying living in Naga City or living in Manila, Luzon, there's places that they don't get to that are more beautiful, that when your family that you have retired, like you've gone over and you've met your wife and you've gone over again to be with your wife and you're getting your ground plans like we're doing, you get to see the Philippines from their side of, and man, I watched Philly's video on Cebu, the waterfall. Brilliant, mate. 2 thumbs up. Loved it. They have so many beautiful islands, so many beautiful waterfalls, and they take it for granted. We've got the same here, but we just say, it's going to be there next week when we go and see it. But when you look at it, things will change, and for the best. Things there will change, but they don't change that much when you're in the Philippines. And you just take it step by step, inch by inch, especially if you're retiring, guys, and you're buying your land. Always, and let me tell you, if you've been with each other for 10 years, like me and Arlene will be in January, we love each other to bits. You put, you go look at the property, and then we talk. Arlene's been doing the talking with mum and dad, and I'm happy. I'm happy that we're doing what we're doing because we're setting the foundations for our life when we go to retire there, and we want to do this, and because we love each other, and that's the way it should be. You're setting out your life as you're going along, and everything becomes easy. I know there's a lot of Americans or Australians that have been over there and their wives have done this and that and this and that to them. That's because you leave them for too long. And it depends on where you meet them too. Not all bar girls are like that. All province girls are lovely. But if you go and meet a girl out of a bar, trust me, not all of them like it, but some are. Most of them are, but not all of them like it. They will do the duty on you. But if you, for argument's sake, treat them like dirt, well, then you deserve to get what you get. But, if you love your wife and you love your girlfriend, that is the key to your being with each other. You don't know them, they don't know you, but as you get to know each other, everything works out. If it doesn't work out, well, you don't get married until you know you're ready to get married. And if you've already been married, well, and you're only going over there to. I've only got one here. Randomly. I've only got one thumb up here. I don't know what's going on. I've only got one thumb up on my thing. I'll have to check it later. That's yours. Doing well, Scott. Hope you are doing well and things get better there. I will talk to you later, Terence and Beth. Yes, we're doing okay and we're doing really good. Things are coming out of lockdown. If they don't like your live stream, make it more interesting. You gave what more prizes? Okay, I'll think about that. I'm sort of not in that. I know where you're coming from. Thank you very much, but I'm not into that way of doing things. Um, Mine's connected to the Philippines, and that's what I sort of think. I've got three up there and only one thumb up. So whether YouTube's thumb thingy's not right, I don't know. Because I've only got you on here at the moment, and I've only got three people on and one thumb up. So now there's two. I'll try. I'll try it. Okay, that's all I can do. But it's more important to uh, get to know your partner, get to enjoy being with your partner, and that's the main thing with life. When you're heading back to the Philippines, you should just enjoy being with. Okay, so, okay, no worries. Thanks, Ronaldine. Yeah, so that's the way I look at life there in the Philippines. Basically, that I don't take it as a holiday. I take it that I'm living like I live back home, and that makes it a lot easier. And when we go over there to live permanently down the track, I will make sure that you know everything is thing. We got a whole lot of things to do when we move over there. We're slowly putting things away in boxes. Um, Eventually, not just yet. I've got tools and that I want to put in boxes to send back home. So I will do that and make sure that we've got the necessary items I need while I'm over there when we go to build our house up in Sogod. So, as I said, I basically make the Philippines treat the Philippines like I live here. And that's all I can say. I don't treat it as an everyday holiday because when you do that, you just blow yourself out of the water, guys. And if you treat it as you do when you're living home, and you'll have no stress when you get over there because sure, it's nice, it's paradise and beautiful water and lovely uh, pools, lovely waterfalls and stuff like that. So, you know, that's the way I, I treat life there. I treat it like as I'm living here and we're visiting Trentham Falls or we're visiting Mount Macedon and going up to the Otways and going up to see Lawn, the waterfall there. That's how I treat life in the Philippines, and that's the best way to do it. So you sort of, I think, if you do that when you're meeting your girlfriend and going out with her and going with their family to places and visiting family and relations, just enjoy yourself. Just let it go with the flow, because otherwise you're just going to come a cropper, and nobody wants to see that. And I've seen a few expats hit the skids and they've had to come home and um, they've got over there. Oh, my girlfriend's left me, such and such. Well, you had a monkey and throwing money at them, at you, the girls, because you used to go to bars. If you hadn't have been a monkey and thrown money at the bar girls like you had, and she suckered you in. Well, if you're going to go looking at bar girls, well, you cop your right whack. But let me tell you, province girls are better. And meeting a lovely girl, you'll enjoy your life a lot better. Okay, so just a couple of tips from me. Just make sure you just get to know each other properly. Stay away from the bars. Not worth it. Okay, just make sure that you enjoy life, because life is meant to be enjoyed, and having fun and all that while you're over there, that's good when you first go over and visit. But when you go over and get tell you want to settle down and raise a family, well, lay your ground. 3 years is not long. If the girl's pushing you, there's something wrong. My wife never pressured me. We got married and we're happy. We enjoy life, and that's the best part, And we have fun. We've been to the Chinese temple in Cebu. We've been to Seaside Mall in Cebu. We've been to her uncles. I've met all her uncles. And Manila, I've had fun. It's been great. And that's how life should be. If you meet a province girl, you have no stress. If you meet bar girls, you're going to end up on the rocks because you're just throwing good money out to bad, and you don't know how long you can trust, how well you can trust them. But province girl, you can, because they are very nice. And let me tell you, there's plenty around that are looking for foreigners that are willing to settle down with them and raise a family, which is great, And that's what I love about the Philippines. I've met quite a lot of our Lance friends, and they're all lovely and they're all beautiful and sweet and kind. Most of them are married now, which is great, And but as for moving over there, yes, we will. But we have to do more ground plans first before we start thing. But we're packing little items away as we go along. So when we get over there, I've got my drills, I've got this, I've got that we can use. Also, make sure when you do buy land, put a secure shed there or that joined inside the house. That way you can keep your tools locked up. And, if you've got family that are around the area that you trust and your wife trusts, well, you can't go wrong, Life is beautiful, guys, and you treat it with respect, as it needs to be treated, and you can't go wrong. But if you've got, as I said, we go back to the health side of things. If you're not good with the health and you want her to move back with you, whether it be America or Australia, it's partly that she wants to move back with you because she wants to make herself get some money and make a life for yourselves before you head back. So you've as we're doing all the groundwork first, and we brought our land. We're just doing all the groundwork first, and then once we do that, it's all good. It's all great. So you just got to treat where you are like home. If you're in the Philippines, treat it like home. You can't go wrong. Okay, that is the main key. Don't treat it like you're going over there for a holiday every time when you go over, because you'll come unstuck. The first time, yes. Second time, if you're going over to meet her and you're ready to settle down and get yourself organised, lay your ground plans first, then start looking. If you're looking for land, always check with your wife's family. Guaranteed they'll know someone. That's where we brought ours from family. And the other bloke is the next door neighbour. We're buying his. We've brought one block of him. We're going to buy another block of him. So it makes it easier, It helps you out too. And always make sure you get clear title on your land, because I've seen, as a friend of mine pointed out on one of his videos, that he's the guy down the road was building his house, and he was married to his wife, Filipino wife, and the mother and father who owned the land, it was in the next kin, so it was in the brother and sisters who gets what out of. They were pretty good, well-to-do family where they were. I'm not going to mention names because I don't do that. But what happened was the brothers and sisters fought over money. And when they fought over money, they were fighting over the land that his wife supposedly owned, and it wasn't clear title. The house is still there, unfinished. So you've always got to make sure, guys, that you buy land with a clear title. Always. No matter what, okay? Because that's the most important thing in the Philippines. And always go through your wife's mum and dad. You trust. There is a big trust issue, a big trust factor, but you should be able to trust your family. And if you can't trust them, well, you don't do it. Plain and simple. It's that, But if you trust them, you have no issues. And if they know family that know a neighbour that's selling land and it's got a clear title, go for it. If it's, say, 300 square metres, go for it. Buy it. But as long as it's got a clear title, I keep saying it, clear title, and you've got no stress, okay? And it makes it easier for you to buy and to start your grand plans. And you can, once you've got that land with clear title, wherever it be like ours on a hill overlooking So God Bay, you could build, because our land's like that. So we can build a house like that, 2-story, overlooking So Good Bay. So they're just our plans. They're my plans. They're our land's plans at the moment. We'll see what happens as we keep going. But, we've just got to pay for this other block of land, and we're going to be happy. And we're going to be enjoying what we do. Once we put the groundwork down, all's good, So it's a very big thing. Trust issues are a very big thing, guys. And I trust my wife. We've been married 9 years, so I trust her with my life. Yeah. And you trust your wife. I'll tell you how you trust your wife. You end up in hospital and she stays with you overnight 3 times, 4 times. She stays with you. It's because she loves you. That's when you know. Otherwise, if they didn't, they wouldn't be there. So, my wife stuck with me the 3 times I was in the hospital. The bronchitis, diarrhea, and sugar diabetes. She stayed with me. And so did her nieces. They stayed with me. And I love them for it. And I appreciate it. And I love my mum for it. I love my dad. They are a beautiful family. I love all Elaine's family up in Nebros Island. Manila, and in Osama City. I love them all. They're great people, lovely people, and I enjoy being with them. Filipinos and Filipinas are the best social people. And what we had, as I'm going back to what I had said before, what we had 20 years ago, I'm 54, I'm going back, 40 years ago, so what we had 40 years ago is what they got now, what they still have. You know why? Because as long as they got a job, they're happy, okay? And, that's the best way through life. So, you, if they are absolutely happy, and what they've got now is what we had 40 years ago, or 54 years ago, where family means a lot to them. Going visiting birthday parties and stuff like that. I've been through all that. It's great. It's awesome. And I have fun. I enjoy my life. And as I say at the end of my videos, life's good, because it is. Life is what you make it, guys. It's your destiny. You're the one that makes your life, whether it's bad or worse. You got to make it. You got to turn it around. And because they're family orientated. And trust me, that's great. So you just got to find the right person that you want to be with, and you got not to stress. You'll have the best life. A Filipina is a life forever because they are beautiful and they'll do anything for you. And doesn't matter. As I said, Elaine stayed with me 3 times while I was in hospital. That's proof that she loves me. Okay, you have your days where you get on each other's nerves, but that's normal, mate. That's normal, guys. I get on my mum's nerves and she gets on mine. So, that's part of family, I used to treat my work, when I was at work, I used to treat my work friends as family. And, that was all right. But you can only go a little bit. But I also used to have my own private life outside of work, which didn't connect. So, I treated work like work and treated home like home. And, you got no stress. Honestly, guys, going over there, enjoy your life. You go over there, enjoy retirement, enjoy it, have fun. Don't listen to other expats, because that's where you come unstuck. Look yourself. You are you, and you are the person who's in control of your own life. You are the one that's got to make decisions for yourself. Don't listen to other people. I don't. I'll listen to them, but I'm not going to go there. Yeah, I do what I want to do. I don't do what they tell me to do, even if they're my best friend. I treat life the way and I treat people the way they treat me, with respect and decency, okay? And that's the only way you can do, and it's the only way you can treat friends. I've got my good friend here, Annalyn Silverman, and her family, Steve and little baby Jack, who we haven't seen since, well, it have to be about 14 weeks now, nearly 15 weeks. We haven't seen Cameron and Brad for over 16 weeks. We haven't seen Jeff and Lynn for at least 18 before this started. So, just think it puts families in disarray. And hey, we were going back to the Philippines December this year. We might be going back probably March, April next year now, Someone throws a curveball and you're about to hit it and it hits you in the face. Shit happens. You've got to take control of your own life. You're the one that is meeting this young girl. You're the one that wants to settle down with this young girl next trip you go back over. If you end up in hospital 3 times and she's with you, that's where you know you can trust her. Trust me, guys. Trust me on that one, okay? Because, as I said, life's good. And Filipinos are very good people. They're good and bad in everybody, but they are lovely people. And I've not got one issue with them. Everyone I've met has been nice. And to me, and I've been nice back to them. It's respect. And that's what is there. I know there's a lot of Baby Co. She's got a live stream. I know there's a lot of live streams going on tonight, guys. So I fully understand why it's quiet here tonight. And I've only got 3 in the room and 1 like. But that's fine, that's good. I have not stressed with that. I do this. I do my videos as a hobby because I love to film. Okay, guarantee we've been stuck in there. It's just been around family at the moment. That's fine. That's all good. Been Snowy, been CJ, been me and Arlene. That's great. The video's okay. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm not in a hurry to get to the 1,000 mark. I know it's there. I'll get there. I'm not in a hurry to get there. Okay. There's a lot of good people out there in YouTube land. A lot of good people. They're good friends of mine who I visit. And when you're doing video, because YouTube have done this change in system. Now I think what happens is when you're on chat, you go to their place. You write their name down, you go to their place after your videos, after you've been on your live or after you've been on someone else's live. You write their name down, you write 3 people down, or you write all their names down who you've talked to, and then you go back and you watch their videos. That's what I'm doing now. I'm watching all their videos and I love giving comments. So, that's the only way we can do it now these days, unless YouTube change it back. But I know my channel's slow, and I've got 1 in the house and 3 up there and 1 like. I'm not stressed, guys. it's good. I'm happy. I'm happy for that. I haven't got an issue with it, and life's good, mate. So enjoy it. Anyway, guys, good night, Ronaldin and Jack and Steve. Good night to you three guys up there. Thank you for the one like. Much appreciated. So very happy. Enjoy life. Take care. Have fun. Remember, life's good. See you guys. Take care.